What is going on, guys? Perry the Entertainer here, giving you guys another video. This is basically gonna be a rant, really. I don't know if it will be a rant, if you want to call it that. But, so let's get this started. Basically, this is just gonna be on the show last night, or in TNA in general. But, the show was terrible last night. It's kind of obvious that no TNA show has stunk worse than Bound for Glory of 2010 with that 10-10-10 thing. I thought that was interesting, but they ruined that the first night. They really did. So your main event for your World Heavyweight Championship involves a man that could break any bone in his body in a second just by walking, Sting, against one of the biggest druggies in the industry, Jeff Hardy. That's crappy booking right there. I mean, I would put him up against Anderson at least. Maybe Anderson or put him against Kurt Angle at least. Kurt Angle didn't even have a match last night. That's a shame. You have your best guy in your industry right now, in your company. You have the best wrestler in your company, and you don't use him in a match? That's just pathetic on your part, TNA. You have him with this crap with Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett, and that stuff is getting old so bad. I want that storyline to end and just give Kurt Angle the belt already. Ugh. And especially when your main event is, like I said, a minute and 25 seconds long. You have a squash match for your main event. Yet, one of the best matches on the card was AJ Styles and Matt Hardy. One of the best matches on the card was Ink Inc. and Beer Money for the title. That was actually pretty good. It was very good. But you have a squash match as your main event. That's pathetic on your part, TNA. That is real pathetic. And especially when you have a 60-year-old who can not die, I'm not going to say die, who can injure himself at any given time in the ring against a guy that's probably doing 6 lines of coke in the back before his match. That's just pathetic. Crappy booking, TNA. And especially when you have one of the matches that could be potentially good, RVD versus Mr. Anderson, you ruin that by having it a double count out. Which, what do you think's going to happen? Probably a fatal 4-way match at Lockdown. And hopefully you make the right decision and give RVD the title back. Put AJ Styles in there if you want to. He's one of your best talents as well. He's one of your only original talents from the original TNA. You know, I'm going to kind of hold this against here. You had Christopher Daniels, the undefeated Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Now you have Samoa Joe against the Pope, and they didn't even have a match last night either. You have him in this crappy feud with the Pope. That is terrible. Like, if I was you, Vince Russo, I would walk away. Or give your job to somebody on the street. Because I can guarantee you, anybody on the street who hasn't heard of the word wrestling or TNA in their life would ever make a better decision than you will. That you can ask anybody on the street, hey, who would you want to win? You know, some 60-year-old or a druggie. And I can guarantee you, if you go in an alley, all of them are going to say druggie. I wouldn't mind for at least an interference by a new guy or something. Put someone new in the title picture. You have the same people as champions. You know, you should put someone new up there. And it's stupid how You can't go from X Division to World Heavyweight title unless you get some feast or fired case. That right there is a ripoff of Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank has been around for, I think, 5 years now. And Feast or Fired has been around, I think, since the beginning. I don't know about the history of Feast or Fired. I think it was kind of entertaining at first, but then it kind of got ruined when Christopher Daniels got fired twice, and now he's back under the suicide gimmick with that really cool guy. I see a lot of potential for him. I really do, but that's not about him. This is about crappy booking. I don't want this video to go more than 10 minutes long, but if I have to, I will. Because I'm speaking my mind right now. I'm speaking what I think this card should be. This is how you ruin a pay-per-view. Number 1, have a squash match, 1 minute, 25 seconds, as your main event for the World Heavyweight title, by the way, and give it to a 60-year-old. Number 2, making your number 1 contenders match one of your best matches you could have had in a while. Mr. Anderson has the technique ability, while Rob Van Dam has like that, he has the high flying ability, he's got the flexibility and stuff, so you can see a good match coming out of that. You ruin it by making a double DQ. Number 3, you have another match that could potentially have been good. Matt Morgan and Hernandez. You make that match end with Hernandez spraying fake blood on Matt Morgan. Really? It's new. I mean, compared to what happened at Over the Limit last year with Cena and Batista, and Cena duct taping Batista's feet like across the ring thing. Or the post, that just makes that look smart. That makes that look technique. But spraying fake blood on someone, that's just stupid. I mean, you have no idea. Sorry. You have no idea how stupid that sounds, really. But no, you have all of your good matches. You could have pulled out a good pay-per-view last night. You could have pulled out a great pay-per-view last night. I'm going to say that again. But because of all of your creative members, you ruined the pay-per-view. In my opinion, I wish the show didn't even happen. Basically, your only title change was a Divas thing, and I don't care about the Divas. I don't care about the knockouts. Ooh, look, we're bringing publicity into TNA because we're bringing some chick from the Jersey Shore in. Ooh, well, guess what? Tonight on Raw, they have Snooki coming in. WWE has Snooki coming in. I mean, granted, she's not really that good on Jersey Shore, so what's going to happen on WWE, which starts in about 7 minutes, so I got to get off in about a minute or two. But I just want to speak my mind. TNA is going down the drain, really. I mean, with their ratings that's been coming in, they've had okay ratings. I mean, it's okay because of the fact with 3311, that actually brought in a lot of ratings. I mean, compared to what 22111 is, I wouldn't even compare it to 22111. I think 22111 was actually more it was more unpredictable because you had so many predictions. I mean, obviously you knew it was going to be The Undertaker, but you knew if it wasn't The Undertaker, it was going to be the guy that he's facing at WrestleMania. No one knew it was Triple H. I guess he was the one on the outside of the house. I guess. I don't know, but that's just what I'm thinking. That's what if I watch that promo again, that's just what I'm going to think. But I'm kind of going up on the time limit here. I said I didn't want this to pass 10 minutes, but I guess I am. But no, and especially, I want to get to one more match real quick before Raw starts. You have an Ultimate X match for the X Division title. We've had that before, and honestly, all of them have been pretty good. I mean, maybe 3 stars or higher. on a scale of 5. This one, granted, it was okay. You had Robbie E, who can't wrestle for his spray tan that he has. You have the Bucks, or what, the Generation Me. I just don't like that. But I'm just saying if you know if you know if I call them the Bucks, you know who I'm talking about. Then that Generation Me, you had them in there. They're actually pretty good as a tag team. They're not good at singles competition. I'd keep them as a tag team. Kazarian's pretty good, but no, you kind of ruined that too. I don't know what's up with you, TNA. I really don't. Anyway, tune into my Raw review. I know I haven't had a video up in a while, but find out who the shout out of the week is tonight on my Raw review for March 14th, 2011. So tune in right after Raw, and see you guys later.